Tonight, a shocker from Chicago as all the charges are dropped against Empire star Jussie Smollett. We start our coverage in the Windy City with Fox News correspondent Matt Finn.
In a surprise turn of events, prosecutors in Chicago have dropped all charges against Empire actor Jussie Smollett. The actor had been accused of staging a fake hate crime against himself, and he says he still stands by his story.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of.
After a month-long investigation into the alleged attack, Empire producers decided to remove Smollett from the final 2 episodes of the current season. The actor told police in January he was attacked by 2 men while walking home late at night. His report of the alleged hate crime included a chemical substance poured on him and a rope looped around his neck.
I have no idea what occurred in this case and why it occurred. I can just say that things seem to spiral somewhat out of control. We've gotten to a result that is the right result.
Mr. Smollett is still saying that he is innocent, still running down the Chicago Police Department. How dare him?
2 brothers were arrested in February for allegedly being linked to the hate crime, but they too were released without charges. The decision takes some of the legal pressure off Smollett, but it leaves open the question of his guilt or innocence. Legal experts, mostly surprised by the reversal of fortune, say a lack of evidence may have been a factor.
It is either the result of extraordinary lawyering on the part of his lawyers or a realization by the government of some defect in its evidence.
And actor Jussie Smollett has forfeited that $10,000 bond that he initially posted to get out of jail. In Chicago, reporting for Chasing News, I'm Matt Finn.
Let me bring in somebody that understands both sides of this legal discussion. Former prosecutor and now defense attorney, and of course, A-plus panelist every Friday, Bob Bianchi. Bob, thanks for joining me today. Quick question. I want to understand this. It doesn't seem that the DA, the prosecutor, has in any way exonerated Jussie Smollett. Just basically said, look, community service, paid the 10 grand. We got more important things to do. So my question is this normal? Is this par for the course? Because the mayor and the cops are not happy.
It's an outrage, of course. He threw the police under the bus. He threw the community under the bus. He threw the police department under the bus with this decision. This was a very serious case where somebody took advantage of police resources, set a community on edge with regard to racial tension for laws that are there to protect true victims of racial hatred. And to give this case away like he did, without even alerting the police department ahead of time, is a complete whitewash. It's an outrage, Bill, and as a prosecutor, it's disconcerting to me that they say, we believe he did it. We're not saying we're exonerating him, but let's give him a little slap on the wrist with a menial $10,000 fine and some community service. What about all those minorities that are in Chicago right now that are going to jail and pleading guilty with life-altering consequences of a criminal conviction for things like marijuana offenses or breaking into a car or doing something that doesn't really implicate something serious in society? It goes to show you if you're rich, if you're famous, it has nothing to do with black and white in many instances, you get a better level of justice.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate your insight. All right, let's bring in our celebrity insider, Deanna Williams. Deanna, always good to talk to you. Were you as shocked as the rest of us?
Bill, shock is an understatement. This will go down in the annals of popular culture as one of the most bizarre situations, bizarre stories ever. You and I have been covering it from day one. And I said to you when you asked me, does he still have a career? I said, if it's true, well, then he's going to have a lot of empathy. But if it's false and it's a hoax, he's done. Now, because the charges have been dropped by the prosecutor, Bill, we will see Jussie Smollett everywhere. Back on Empire. Their ratings are going to skyrocket.
Given the fact that Rahm Emanuel, the mayor of Chicago, and the police chief, very, very upset about this, does that hurt his career with the fans?
I believe, Bill, that his fans are going to stick with him. And now that he has been proven, well, relatively innocent, I think folks, I mean,
it's wild, mind-blowing.
It is just a bit bizarre.